Hello guys, you're watching Stormbringer TV and I'm sitting here with one of the best drummers in the world, Mike Mangini from Dream Theater. Hello Mike.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm very happy. I'm doing well. I'm having a lot of fun as well.
You're in Dream Theater now since about 3 months. How can you summarize the first time since you're in the band?
It feels like a completion. I have a certain happiness because, anybody that does anything in their own element, like when I play drums by myself, there's a certain way I do it where I'm happy. And I feel I can do that with this band, so that's why I'm happy.
You played some live shows since the beginning of July. How did you work with the shows, with the first shows with the band?
Well, the shows have been a learning experience where we rehearsed a tiny bit, and then I had to go and play in Rome to start, and I was learning about how it all works on the stage. And it's interesting because one can prepare, but you really can't until you're on the stage and you see what's going on and listen to all the things. And I notice little drum things and guitar things and my mix and the way my clothes feel, all kinds of crazy stuff that you don't necessarily prepare for. So I have been learning with each show a little something.
We all know that especially the Dream Theater fans are very true fans to the band. How was the first responses or the reactions of the fans when you play in the band live?
Overwhelming. It was so positive that I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful because there's some pressure on whoever came into this drum throne. And to have the fans be so responsive to me will last with me forever. And that very first show in Rome, that was a sign that I think maybe the documentary helped people understand. They know I really want to be here. And there's nothing we can do about the circumstance. So as long as they know I want to be here and that I'm working very hard, I think that's the best outcome.
You had to do a challenge with other drummers to become into Dream Theater. How was that for you?
For me, I wish that they just asked me to do it. I'm sure all the other drummers felt the same way, especially where most of us are friends. And it was an interesting feeling because as a drummer fan, I know what each of those other drummers does that's the best. Each of them is so the best at something, and I'm a fan of it all, that I had to put that out of my mind and just concentrate on my comfort with the music. And that was it.
You are married and you have 2 kids, and now you're on tour. In the future, you're also on tour. Is it hard for the family with your new life?
It's most things are easier. Most things are easier. Firstly, because I'm very happy, Secondly, I eat. I know I'm not the biggest guy, but I eat a lot of food, and that tends to create pandemonium in the house. So it's easier for my wife. Hey, it's the truth. It's easier. But also, of course, I miss being home. But this is a really nice organization that is very family aware. So apparently we won't be gone too long. And it's nice to have a break. To leave home, come back. So far it's great.
How many time did you spend for rehearse the songs of Dream Theater in the last months?
We rehearsed the set maybe twice. Not too much. But I practiced the songs. I had to learn the 2 hours of material in, I don't remember, a few weeks or something. It just took a while to put the set list together. And I spent time with the whole catalog before the album. I really tried to get to know what kind of drum setup, the things that I should put in place for the new album based on the older material so that when it came to tour, I wouldn't find myself on a drum set that was totally mine, yet I had to play Dream Theater music. So I spent time with the Dream Theater music, and I changed my setup a little bit, so it became unified. And that's where I spent the bulk of my time, was thinking about my drums. To rehearse the songs was not that long.
Dream Theater is famous for changing the set list every night in the past because Mike Portner did this. At this tour it is not, because I think you can't play that much songs that Dream Theater has in their back catalog. Or
Well, it's more about the set. You know, it's more about keeping it consistent for the crew, for the lighting, for the cues, for the show to be learned as a show, and that was the reason. It wasn't anything else. They were concerned that the show would be consistent. Also, I think all of us were on the same page with wanting to bring. We want everybody to see the same show. We don't want, maybe somebody in one country to miss out on something that they saw on YouTube or whatever. We want to give them the same show, but it is what it is.
but maybe you change this in the future for other tours.
I don't know. I just go with the flow. I just want to play the drums. I just want to hit things and eat them. No, wait a minute. I want to hit them and then eat them. That's it.
How is the work with the guys, with the other guys in the band? How much time do you spend outside the concert when you're on tour? How do you speak with each other?
We're together most of the time, and we speak quite a bit about the show, about life. It's very peaceful. I'm really having a nice time. It seems everybody is enjoying something different. Also, we practice together a little bit with warming up, and we share ideas. That's really what I know makes me the happiest, is that I want to keep getting better at my instrument. And these guys want to keep getting better at their instruments, so we have that commonness, and to share it together is the best thing. It's no good being alone, So it's wonderful.
So you have a good teamwork inside the band.
Yes. Yeah.
In September, the new album comes out, A Dramatic Turn of Events, it's called. How much do you were involved in the songwriting process? I think the album was done before you joined the band.
I was zero involved in the songwriting. It's an interesting concept. Depends on what people think songwriting is, but I wasn't involved in the songwriting.
The drum parts weren't written and you have to play them in.
Well, the skeleton was written, and I prefer that. Before Dream Theater and during Dream Theater, I'm still the same. I prefer that a composer lets me know what they're hearing. I think that's why, for example, I know I worked very well with, let's say, for example, Steve Vai in the studio, because I respected that he composed music and I was playing on his music. So I was concerned, well, what does he think? What does he think the drums should do? I'm happy playing many ways and many things. So I just want to make sure that I have the right feel for the tune. So John provided a skeleton. And then I tried, a few different things, and we chose one. It's pretty simple.
The new album title, do you think it refers to the changes in the band? Because that you are in the band instead of Mike?
Well, John came up with the name based on all the names that we submitted and based on an awful lot of things. Now, I cannot answer for him, but I do know that the title does not come from the drummer change. I know that for a fact. It comes from the subject matter that he wrote about, because it seems that's what's happening in the world. There are a lot of dramatic things going on. In Dream Theater, something dramatic happened, but it was not the source. That I know, but I don't know. He can answer it better than I can.
Can you say us something about the concept of the album?
I can only give you my perspective, and that it is extremely extremely dynamic. It has moments of quiet, moments of bombastic, moments where the drums are laid back so the other players sound bigger and you can hear them, and some moments where the drums go crazy. But it's dynamic to me. That's all that I know. And I don't think that there's anything behind it other than a lot of emotion, the way that they composed the songs. And I think they were feeling very dynamic. So that's how the record is.
Did you have any problems during the last weeks when you toured with Dream Theater with the set? Did you make some mistakes on stage? Did you have problems with the songs?
Oh, you know what is so interesting is playing the songs is the least. I don't have a worry about that. I'm getting used to being up there. Little things. The most annoying thing is my hair, because I'm serious. I'm not used to playing with it, and I can't see, my mix, and if it doesn't sound right, I can't reach it because I'm busy. And just little things like that, and I'm getting used to it all. You know what I mean? And I think that the set demands extreme attention. I think basically Mike may have had 1 or 2 years per each hour of music, and then each decade with the same music, decades. So it becomes, different for him and different for me. And I had a few weeks to just deal with a few hours, So it's a lot to remember. But again, I think that's these other things that I'm thinking about. I might be wanting to adjust something on the drums, but I'm so busy I can't do it. I can't talk to my tech as much because I have hair in my mouth. I'm like, oh. So it's silly. I know it's silly, but it's life. I'm sure anybody that's a drummer out there that has experienced this knows you don't even prepare for that. It's the weirdest thing. Like, why am I worried about my hair? I'd rather just chop it off.
Did you miss sometimes your time at the Berkeley College?
Please rephrase. Do I miss it?
Yeah.
No. No. I want to be playing in a band.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also lived. I absorbed it there. I really lived there. And teaching is different, meaning I always prefer to teach because it helps me grow. So I will always miss the act of teaching. It's just that I had done so much of it for most of my time that I wasn't creating and playing, which I need as a person. So when I was there, I gave my all. And I feel like I surfed a big wave and rode it to shore, and I'm satisfied.
So then we wish you a good show tonight. Do you have some last words for your Austrian fans?
Yes, for anybody that sees the show and knows what it is that we're doing, thank you for your support. For anybody that hasn't yet seen it, please try, because we're having a lot of fun and we want to share it, and it is what it is. So I just hope you are there to have an opinion. We want you to see it. And thank you for all the support.
Thank you.